Welcome back, everyone. It is day 5 of our tour in Japan and day 2 of our Princess cruise aboard the Diamond Princess. And this is a sea day, so today to just kick back and relax, we'll take a little tour of the ship and show you about some of the stuff on board. So the first thing I wanted to do this morning was check out the Horizon Court Buffet, and you can see there's some sausages, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, eggs Benedict, and kind of an Asian section here where they have some congee and tofu and dried fish, popular with the Japanese and Chinese customers. And of course rice. There's some cold cuts and some fruit, which is pretty fresh. I wasn't quite as impressed with the offerings on Princess as on some of the other cruise ships. And I don't know if that's just this particular ship or all of Princess in general. Heading back out through the food court, we're going to go take a look at the pool area here. This is called the Solarium, and it's really nice, especially when the weather is inclement. You can see that there's a glass roof there, and it's always nice and warm and sunny in here no matter the weather. A nice bar here and pool, and you can see that there's some nice tile work with some hot tubs. The hot tubs were different temperatures, so this one was kind of a hot one. The other one was a little bit cooler. So then you can step out from the second floor here to get out on the deck, kind of get out in the fresh air. You can see these cool jet engine shaped air intakes up there on the top. We're not sure if those are just for decoration or if they actually serve a function. But let's go take a little walk around. We've got this upper deck looking down on the pool area. As you can see, there's plenty of chairs available. They put towels out there for you every day, and more hot tubs out here in the open air. We found there was always plenty of pool space. This screen is great because you get to watch movies under the stars out there. You'll notice this ship is much smaller than the last one we were on with Norwegian. We were on the Norwegian Joy. This is kind of mid-range as far as age for Princess cruise ships, and also sort of midway as far as tonnage. Definitely a lot smaller ship than the great big cruise ships that are being released these days. But for its day, it was quite large. I like the what I can only assume are air intakes that look like jet engines up there on the sail. The ship's been refurbished a number of times. I believe in 2017 and I think 2019 they said they added the whole movies under the stars part. So they keep upgrading them as they go. Ship's almost 20 years old now, so I would imagine it's going to be replaced before too long. The oldest ship in the Princess lineup is built in 1998, and the newest came out last year, 2022. And then they have a new ship called the Sun Princess coming out that's going to be natural gas powered for next year that we've thought about taking a trip on. I'll do a whole run-up on all the Princess ships if I get a chance. All right, moving on towards the front of the ship, the fore. Got some exercise areas here, and this area up here is called the Sanctuary. So it's, I think, an adult-only kind of private area. And as you can see, we are far from crowded. Actually not, it's cloudy, but it's not too cold today. It's probably in the upper 60s, 70s. So this is an extra fee area. It's like $20 for a half day. If you want to get away, and imagine sometimes on a crowded ship that's an issue, especially like on the big resort ships, but the ship is anything but crowded, as you can see. Have a massage here. Nice thing is being out on the front of the ship, just below us here is the bridge. So if you like to get up and see out the front of the ship, it's a nice spot. One of my favorite things about cruising is this endless horizon. I just love being at sea in general, staring out at that distance. So it looks like it might be an option to get out there on the deck. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, the attendant said no problem filming in here. Look at the lovely mural there of Mount Fuji. These hot tubs look really nice. And whole Japanese motif here is lovely. The little Buddha there. So sorry about all the wind noise, guys. I will try to get a lavalier mic with a nice wind puff on it so that we don't have so much of that in the future. Let's just go down on the ship, take a look at this great art. Princess spends quite a bit of money on artwork, and they have this distributed throughout the ship. And one of the fun things to do is just to go take a look at it all when you get a chance to do that. One of the good features they have is this Medallion, which is an electronic tracking tag. Basically tracks where you're at in the ship. And then all these displays they have, whether it's in the stateroom or here, they sort of adapt to you being present. So the machine knows that I'm here, and so I can look at all my events and what I have scheduled, and you can look at what events are going on. You can also find your way around the ship. You can look at your dining reservations, your excursions, and everything. So if you don't have the app, you can use this, although the app does all the same thing. And there's a lot of people who are sort of kicking and screaming into the modern world who refuse to get the app and refuse to use a phone. But for them, they can use this. You can see the decor in here is just quite elegant and timeless for a ship. Not as flashy as some of the newer ones, but if you want to get your exercise, you got to take the stairs while you're on the ship. Just commit yourself to taking the stairs. Here's deck 8. And let's go down one more deck, and then let's look at some of the other interior features. It's actually quite a bit easier being on a smaller ship. All right, so this is beautiful. There's the theater up here.
Now we're going to go to the opposite side of the port. So if you're coming out of the terminal, you'll be turning to the west or to your right, to my left. And this here, measuring an impressive 100 feet or 30 meters high.
So what's going on there in the theater is they're doing a little preview of one of the shore excursions, sort of an enrichment activity. This is the Wheelhouse Bar, and this became one of our favorite places to go hang out in the evening after dinner, have a drink or a cocktail. And then if we go out here to the main kind of piazza that they have here in the middle of the ship, they're having a cooking demonstration, and you can see it's quite well attended. They're demonstrating how to make sushi here with some of the kitchen chefs. One thing we noticed about being on this ship, which was majority Japanese folks, is they really participated a lot in the various activities and really turned out for things kind of in a way that most Americans don't seem to do. Here's the casino, and we spent very little time here, just like every trip we're on. Pleased to say they have excellent espresso available at this bar every morning, and we usually made good use of it. So hey guys, hello from the Philippine Sea off to the eastern coast of Japan. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Princess technology. Princess has really made some leaps and bounds over some of the competitors as far as their technology, and if you know me, I'm really into technology. When we were on Norwegian Joy recently, we had a little credit card size ID that we had to carry around with us to pay for everything and always have it in your pocket. Princess has gone with a wearable trackable medallion here, and it serves a lot of purposes. One purpose is the color essentially gives you your loyalty status, so you'll get different colors based on how many cruises you've done, all the way up to elite status. And of course that gets you into events and so on. The other thing is it's trackable with the Wi-Fi throughout the ship. So for safety reasons, they know if you're on the ship or not and where you're on the ship. I think obviously if you fell overboard or didn't make it back from an excursion, they would know about that. But it also allows you, with your friend's permission, to track your shipmates. So you can easily find someone out in the ship. You don't have to set up a place to meet back together. You can just say, hey, I'll find you later, and you can find them on your phone on the Medallion app. So they've also done all the payments and everything through this Medallion. You can just have a free lanyard when you get on board that they give you, but you can buy these wrist straps in a variety of colors and fabrics, wearable pins and so on. And if you keep that with you while you're on the ship, than it is your ticket to getting back on the ship from an excursion. Allows your friends to find you, and also allows you to pay for everything, because when you go to a bar or you go to a restaurant, the attendants can see your face and see who you are on their display screen when you order something. So they get to know you actually because they see your face. They get to know you by name. They say, hey, welcome back, Mr. So-and-so. Would you like another one of your favorite drinks, and so on. And then if you are paying for everything drink by drink, it goes right through the account. But if you have a package like we do, they just know that you have a package including everything, and it logs it on. So it just saves the hassle of handing the card to the attendant, and also allows the crew to get to know you by face on their screen, which makes a big difference with the service. They also have a whole suite of apps that are available in their Medallion app on the phone. So it's like a bunch of apps within their main app. The Medallion Net is their Wi-Fi that's on board. And then they have that ability to put that on multiple devices. So we have it on our iPhone, on our iPad, and so on. And that kind of depends on what package that you buy. The Ocean Ready is their little suite that is all your travel documents for when you're getting ready to get on the cruise. Everything you have to sign is in the app. And then they have something on when you're on the ship called Journey View, where you can pick all the events. You know, on other cruise lines, they'll just have a paper handout or something on the television in the room saying what events are happening in the day. But with Princess, it's on the app. So you can go through and select all the events you want to attend. You can make reservations. You can do your shore excursions. You can do your shows and events that you want to do on the ship, and classes you want to attend, fitness programs, everything on the app. And you can just reserve it on there. And then you can look at your schedule in Journey View and see what the schedule is coming up and what events you have planned for the day. So let's just take a look out here on the deck. So one of the things we really like is when the cruise ship has a completely open deck to go walking or running around. And some of them just have a really short little track upstairs. Some have a full deck that's open, and this is one that has one of these decks you can run. So joggers and runners and people who want to get some exercise really appreciate this. Here's the back of the ship. And I just love the stern. So peaceful to look out here over the wake. Ships are so incredibly safe, partly because of the current technology of lifeboats. These things can be just put out in the water in minutes on these gantries here. They're practically unsinkable fiberglass power boats, and they can hold all the people that are in the ship. They also have a lot of other life ensuring equipment, for instance rafts that can automatically eject off the side, make these giant enclosed raft ships. And they have speedboats that can help tie all the rafts together and everything. So very safe. I've always felt very safe on these ships. The biggest danger on board a ship is actually fire. And Carnival has had a good share of disasters with that. Plenty of life jackets right here. If someone fell overboard, you're supposed to yell man overboard and throw them a life jacket immediately. Virtually all cases of man overboard does happen a few times every year. Because of drunkenness. You see this rail is pretty high, it comes up to my stomach or chest area. And it's usually people climbing on stuff when they're drunk. Well, who do we have here? Someone we know. What you doing?
Trying to get a coffee. It says it was delivered.
Trying to get a coffee delivered?
It didn't get delivered.
Oh.
The app says it was delivered, but
What does a lady have to do to get a coffee?
I don't know.
One of the cool features of these wearable devices is the crew can come and find you and bring you your drink and also charge it to your account.
They didn't bother coming to find me.
Interesting topography out here. This is Mishima Island and Takashima. And I was just reading there's only about 78 people that live there, and there's a ferry that takes 3 hours to get there. Mostly fishing. It's kind of the edge of the volcanic caldera, so it's very volcanic appearing. So it's almost time for dinner, and as you can see, they've got the dance party going. They have a band that's playing and a lot of good participation. It's a formal night, so everybody's dressed up and they're dancing and they're getting pictures. And tell me in the comments if you would participate in a dance party like this. We're going to head over to Sabatini's, which is an Italian specialty grill restaurant, and we're going to enjoy a nice dinner. Thanks for watching. So we wrapped up the day with a really nice dinner here at Sabatini's Italian Grill, and finished off with some nice coffee. Before we go for the day, let's just take a quick look at the map. We started up here in Kobe, and we've headed down through the sea here all the way to the southern point here of the island and around the tip at Kagoshima. Now we're going to be going up to the town of Seogwipo, which is part of the island of Jeju. Now, Jeju is a very big island that belongs to South Korea, and there's a lot of beautiful things to see and do on the island. If we zoom in here, you can see the city of Seogwipo, and then see where the ferry terminal and cruise terminals are all located right here. So we're going to have some great adventures in Seogwipo and on the island of Jeju, so make sure to tune in for the next video.